All right, let's dive into this. Let's do some reviews, shall we? So, for those who are new to this format, let me just tell you that I host this community, which is the 1 month sculpting challenge. And what you get inside is you get this free 1 month head sculpting challenge, which is a course that is designed to get you results in as little as 1 month. And you can see the kind of results that we're getting in merely 21 days. So Orhan, you can see his result. You can see Nikip, his results, day 17. Insane, like he went from here to here. The way that I break down anatomy and sculpting is that I don't overwhelm you with bullshit terms that you don't need. You are an artist, you are not a doctor. And this course is designed exactly the way I wish someone had taught me sculpting. So for 6 years, bro, I was struggling with sculpting because it was so overwhelming, and the overwhelming and anatomical and medical jargon, bro, it just confused me for the longest time. It made me not want to sculpt for the longest time. So here's this course. It's absolutely free. Click the link in the description and you will become a member of this. Every Saturday what I do is I go live on the channel and I share specific feedback on how you can improve. All right, I just realized I am 1 minute earlier. So let's wait for some other people to join, and we will begin at 2 p.m. Yep, right. What are we gonna do in the meanwhile? Let's play some guitar because I wanted to. Let's do it. Yeah, let me play something for you from The Last of Us, which is one of my favorite video games. Not one of my, it is my favorite video game. It's a shame that I don't do music as often that I used to. But yeah. Anyways. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? You have definitely gotten very rusty with this. All right, it's 2 p.m. now. It's time to drop it. And let's dive into the feedback for this week. Yo, Satish, how are you, my friend? Nice seeing you here. Perfect. Let's dive in without any further ado. So let's go here. Oh, by the way, guys, for those who are already a member, let me show you one thing. I've made some changes to the community, and what I have done is when you go and make a post, you can select the category, and now I have added the review request category. Okay, so if you want a review for your sculpt, just click on this category, post it here, and every Saturday I will filter the community by the review request. So what I will be doing is I will go here and I will filter the community by the review request, and whatever is on the review request section, I will be sharing feedback for that. So if you want feedback, just click on this. When making a post, just click on this. The reason that I'm doing this is because there's so many posts inside the daily practice section, and a lot of times what happens is that the same post, so let's say you posted on Monday, and then you posted on Wednesday, and then you posted on Friday, those posts compile up. So the one that you need feedback back on, you can just categorize it as the review request, and I will check it out and I will share. So basically I will be filtering out the community via this category. I just added it, and then I will be reviewing everything that is here for the last week. So what, let's dive into this. So let's categorize this by new, and let's check. All right, so this week inside the. I'll show this to you at the end. Let's begin. Jonathan, day one, level 0 sculpt. I used to sculpt better. I am not saying I was good or anything, but I really have sculpted a finished project half a decade, and it shows, bro, level 0 is my favorite. The reason level 0 is my favorite, and I tell this in every stream, is because it's so underrated. Is when you have a level 0 sculpt, you have something to look back at. And having something to look back at is extremely important because you want to be proud of yourself. There's so much noise when you go online, when you go on ArtStation, when you go on YouTube or Instagram, and you see these very talented artists and you think that, oh boy, I have to compete with these people. You don't have to compete with those people. The only true competition for you is yourself. So when you make a level 0 head, this is something that you can always look back to and appreciate the progress that you've made. So when you feel like, oh man, it's not working for me, I'm sculpting is so difficult, it's not working for me, what should I do? Just look at your level 0, bro, and just realize, appreciate yourself that you were here, you sucked, you absolutely sucked, bro, but now you're making something that's better. As long as you are doing something better every single day, bro, you are beating your true competition, which is yourself. So always, always, always make a level 0. I love level 0s. You see, all of the students here, all of the members here, when they have a level 0, they have something to look back at when they achieve the level that they want. And it's so amazing. Like, we roast each other's level 0 all the time. It's so much fun. It's my favorite category. So I love this. Jonathan, welcome to the community. I'm looking forward to see your progress, my friend. Yo, Satish, let's review your sculpt, my friend. I'm practicing another corrector using references I've learned so far. Bro, have you completed the challenge first? Is what I'm curious about. Day and night lip sculpting. Yeah, you haven't really shared your final result, and I wouldn't recommend that you try using references yet, because what you want is that you want to complete the course first. You want to build that knowledge and foundation first before you try using different references. But still, let me just review it for fun's sake. Why not? Yeah, it just feels slightly wider. Let's check the side. So from the side, yep, nothing too concerning. You drew the line here, so that is nice. What I would also recommend is the line, and it seems to me that the chin over here in the reference is slightly behind the line. So you can see here it's behind the line, but I feel like it's almost on the line here. Let's check. Okay, so it is slightly behind as well. Definitely we do not have that dip of the mouth yet, so this dip, this big space between the line, but that is something definitely that you will be blocking out as you move forward. Although I would recommend that before you try different references, do complete the course and do show your results, man. I would love to see it. Yaroslav, let's check eyes, week 4. Hi, I come back to sculpting after a long time out. I must finish already. My problem, it's eyes, so I need feedback. All right, let's check, my friend. Bum bum bum. Yep, head looks nice, proportions look nice. All right, everything lines up. Let's check. Yeah, my friend, what is it that you are struggling in the eyes exactly with? I feel like what you don't have going on right now is this fat pad, and this is really, really important. So the way that we break down the eyes is really simple. Like, you have this eyebrow ridge of the skull, so we have this orbit of the skull over here, and then over here we have the eyeball. Then we have the upper eyelid, we have the crease of the upper eyelid, and between that crease and the eyebrow ridge, we have this bag of fat in the eyes. And once you realize this, this is how you can break down every single eye in the world, except for Asian eyes. Asian eyes are unique. They are very unique. I love Asian eyes. They're my favorite to sculpt. But generic eyes, it's the same format all the time. We have this eyebrow ridge, so this eyebrow ridge over here, okay, and you can trace it around. We have this upper eyelid, we have the crease of the upper eyelid, and between that crease and the brow we have this pouch of fat. Same thing. Let's cover another eye. So let's look at this eye. So this eye has the same structure. We have the orbit of the eye, and we can trace it this way. We have the orbit of the skull, we have the upper eyelid, we have the crease of the upper eyelid, and then we have this pouch of fat in between these eyes. So that is what I feel is missing on your sculpt. You don't have the bag of fat going on. So what I would recommend, bro, is just watch the course, just watch the eye module, try along with me. And if there's something specific that you're struggling with, do mention it in the post. I would love to check it out. Yep, that is the missing thing in your eye. You definitely don't have the pouch of fat. I think you have made it here, but notice this space in between. It's too much, bro. This pouch of fat is hanging almost above the crease. So this pouch right here, it's very close to the crease. In some cases it's even overlapping the crease. You don't even see the crease, you just see the eyelid. That's it. I think those eyes are called hunter eyes, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, hunter eyes. So these are hunter eyes, bro. Then just check, like, this pouch of fat and skin hangs over the upper eyelid. You can't even see the upper eyelid. It's so interesting. Sometimes you see a very thin line, but with hunter eyes, that pouch is covered. That crease is covered. So you can see, definitely see very clearly here. We have the upper eyelid, and then this pouch of fat just hangs over that upper eyelid. But generically, all of the eyes will have this same structure. All right, Chevik, bro, please correct me how to pronounce your name. Model 1, hi there. I hope everyone is well. And this is first one. Oh, this looks so anime-ish. I like it. Cute. I think the upper eyelid is very thin, but yeah, the proportions are definitely spot on. So nothing too concerning here. Hi there, I hope everyone's well. Let's check this. So I believe this is the reference. This is your attempt. So yeah, bro, I think you absolutely nailed it. Looks very nice. Yeah, the chin here could be slightly thinner. So notice the chin here, it's slightly narrower, but this one is super wide. So what you could do is you could just narrow this chin ever so slightly. But other than that, I can't see anything too concerning. Great work here, my friend. Love this. Keep up the amazing work. And here's a quality post badge for you. Like. All right. Ryan King sculpting. Yeah, let me show you guys. This is actually pretty insane. So Ryan basically made a video that describes his struggle with Blender sculpting and how he overcame it. And the key takeaways, bro, Ryan said 1 hour every day to sculpt. He focused on the main forms and not on the fluff. Ryan focused on generic sculpts, generic heads, before he tried to make something unique from a reference. So this is absolutely key. And he used remesh instead of dye and topper, because dye and topper just ends up with weird high poly areas and low poly areas in your sculpt, and it's not good for sculpting. It does not give you a smooth experience, a consistent experience. And yeah, most importantly, do not go too high poly too early. So I would highly recommend you go on his channel and check this video out. It's not every day that a creator of Ryan's size talks about their mistakes and their flaws. And I believe that I have massive respect for this. I believe that this is a side of a creator that everyone should know. A viewer does not realize that creators, they go through shit as well. Like, before they get good, they're sucked as well. And you have to be bad before you get good. So this is an amazing gem of a video. 100% go and watch this. All right, Dejon. Yo, Shizuma, how are you, my friend? Pleasure seeing you here. Dejon Williams. Let's check. Hey, boss. Am I ready to move on to the face now? Let's check. All right, looks good. I noticed something with the jaw, but I want to check the rest of the views first. Yep. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, I just noticed some minor adjustments that you can make, and let me show you what they are. So notice the jaw here. The jaw is relatively straight here and almost pointing inwards, but in your case your jaw is flaring outwards. So definitely something we can correct. It's nothing that a grab brush cannot fix. So just that. This temple line, I feel like it's curving inwards, but in the reference, notice that it goes up and away. So up and away. That is what we want. Okay, just use some clay strips, add some strips here, and that should fix it. Nothing too concerning, my friend. You've done very well. And yeah, that jaw fixing will also fix the third quarter. So nothing too concerning here. There's something very concerning from the side, and that is the projection of the jaw. Okay, so it feels like it has a recessed jaw like this. So we don't want that. Okay, this guy is going to have a bad mouth structure. He's going to have this sort of structure going on, and no man, that's not the kind of face that we would want to sculpt. It's like a recessed face. Not nice. The way that you can check this always is just draw a straight line from this point, the furthest point of the skull, down like almost a straight line, and then you compare. Okay, what was the distance between this point and the chin? You always use the reference, use one point as an anchor, compare it to other stuff, and then you can find answers. So let's do the same thing here, and you can see if I just draw a straight line here, this gap is massive compared to this one. So this tells me that you definitely have to just bring all of this forward. So something like this should be good. Okay, so just bring that point forward, and that should do it. You're almost there, my friend. Just make these fixes and you're ready to proceed. Great work. Love this. Suleimani, day 0. Bro, I love level 0. Level 0s are my favorite. I love level 0s. The worse it is, the better. I'm not kidding with you. The worse the level 0 is, the better, because the more playroom you have, the more proud you're going to feel when you do get results. So everyone sucks in the beginning, bro. Let me show you my level 0. I sucked in the beginning, and this is what I sculpt now. So 100%. It's the best thing. Let me show you a few more of my renders, some of the recent projects that I did. Correct sculpt renders. Yeah, let me show you. Here's what I recently sculpted. So I sculpted Ziz, and I did this in collaboration with Aryan. Hence you can see Aryan here. Aryan helped me make this base, which is awesome. Though I could never get a base like this with such perfect topology. So hence I asked Aryan, hey, would you like to collaborate on this? And he was too kind to do this. So 100% check out his channel if you want to learn how to model like a G. He also made Morpheus recently. So from the Matrix, I love the Matrix series. So yeah, bro, everyone sucks, bro. Like, this is where I was. I'm showing you. It was a struggle for me, bro. And before this, I was struggling for years. I struggled for more than 5-6 years. And I was doing everything else other than sculpting because sculpting was so hard. It's not something that I'm proud to admit, but I have to tell you, bro, that the reason I was doing product renders, the reason I was making these scenes in Blender, the reason I was doing all of this low poly and this cute stuff over here, it was all because I was afraid of sculpting. Whenever I tried, it sucked, and I continuously picked it up, gave it up, picked it up, gave it up. But then on December 23, I decided, okay, I'm going to do this no matter what. And the trick that I used for myself is that I compared everything to my level 0. So when I was here and I felt like, nah, man, this still sucks, this is not working out, I just looked at my level 0 and I just made myself realize that, whoa, Ishaq, hang on, bro. Like, you've made progress. You made something that looked like absolute shit to now making something that looks less like shit. and that in itself is progress. So as long as you're making progress, my friend, it's all good. This is why I highly encourage make a level 0. It will be very helpful. When you look back, you will feel proud. Stauro Damien, hello from Greece. Hello. How is it going, my friend? Pleasure seeing you here. Welcome to the stream, my friend. So yeah, great work, Suleimani. I am looking forward to see your results. RM face level 2. First time trying this. What do you think? All right, let's check it out. Yep, let's check the other views. Better. Let's check. All right, this looks nice from the top. From the side, I feel like we can make some adjustments, especially with the way that the head slopes here versus the head here. I feel like it can be a bit more aerodynamic, a bit more slanted. The neck feels really thin compared to the reference. Also, this head, when it starts to turn, I think it happens too early. So when you notice the same thing over here, notice that it happens almost around this area, which is slightly below the eye in the middle of the nose. But here I can see it happening up here, close to the eyebrows. So definitely something that we need to fix. Now when you move this forward, this will give your head more volume and will make the head look bigger. Now it does look like it's slightly warped because of this sole reason. So definitely you can work on that. Now that should fix it. Let's check the front. So from the front, what I'm seeing is that this is too deep. The temple line goes too deep. Also, the widest area of the head, you made it here, whereas it should be somewhere here. Notice that the widest area of the head is on top here. It's up here. So definitely you need to improve the silhouette of the head, where you want to make this area slightly wider, like this. And then from this point down, you have this subtle taper to the face down to the jaw. And that should fix the issues with the sculpt. This part feels too sunken in. Yeah, you definitely sunk this in. So definitely pull it out, smooth it out. Try to get a bit more of an even look here. The only contour that you need here is for the cheekbone. So wherever you have the cheekbone, just use the draw brush slightly below this. I cover this in depth inside the module. So just watch the module again, my friend, and just try it along with me. First, just watch, just observe what I'm doing. And the next time, try it with me. And then the third time, try it with just the reference without the video. This will get you the best result. And I promise you, it's going to feel like it's taking forever in the short term. But in the long term, this is what will get you the best result. I've already shown you the results of the champions here. So the champions who get results the quickest are the ones who follow this method. And I swear to you, brother, the fastest way forward is that you take this course slow. So just do this slowly, build your way up there, and you will get results. Awesome. I like this. Let me mark this as a quality post. I'm new here, but it looks like thank you for sharing. Yeah, bro, I love this. I love when people engage with other people's posts. And this is what I would encourage other people to do as well. When you engage inside the community, bro, like you make this place more lively. I cannot do this by myself. So when you engage with other people, you make the community more lively. When you share feedback, when you look out for the people who are behind you, there's two benefits to that. One, you make the community more lively. You contribute to the sculpting community. The second thing is a bit selfish, and what it does is it reinforces your own concepts. So whatever you've learned, and when you help a beginner overcome those troubles, you reinforce those concepts inside your own mind, and you become a better sculptor. I know this because I teach. And I swear, bro, like this is a hack. When you teach other people, teaching other people is one of the best ways to learn. And when you've overcome the hurdle, and when you help someone else overcome that hurdle, you reinforce those concepts and you become a better sculptor in the process as well. So I highly encourage that when you make some progress, keep an eye out for the people who are behind you and do help them out. So yeah, shout out to Jonathan for being an active member. Aya Al-Mehdi. Let's check another sculpt head. Yes, I would recommend the same thing to you. So I remember that you completed the course, but you yourself mentioned that you were not super happy with this and you will be retrying the course. So I highly recommend that you do complete the course first. Once you get satisfactory results with the course, that is when you try working with the references. Also, you did not attach the reference here, so it's going to be very hard for me to comment. Hence, I cannot comment on this. Ahmad Samir, skull level 3, day 12. Here's my latest progress with both reference views. I'm really enjoying the sculpting challenge and learning a lot with every step. I know I still have plenty to improve, but I'm excited to keep practicing and refining my skills. Thank you for your valuable feedback and support. Awesome, let's check. Yo, man, this is this is too thin, too narrow on the bottom. Yeah, the side's still better, but this big bump, oh no, we don't want this. It's like a belly on the mouth. Yeah, this is too narrow towards the front. Yeah, what I think here, bro, is I think that you definitely skipped steps. The second thing that you did is you rushed the process. And let me show you, bro. Let me try to find the source file. Source file, has sculpting project start. Yes. So yes, my friend, everything in the course is laid out for you step by step. And what I want you to do is to just go back and follow it step by step. So this is the skull level 1. This is what you want to get before you move on to adding details. This part. And I see the mistakes that I see on your sculpt are something that had to be fixed here in the level 1. So what I'm seeing here is definitely you lack the structure. Okay, it's too narrow from the bottom. This is something that we need to fix on level 1, not in level 2. The other thing that I notice is that, yeah, the top view especially, like this is the top view. But if you had completed the level 1 the way that it was intended, then you would have this shape. That wouldn't have been a problem. The way I want you to think about this is think about poop. So if there's a piece of shit, my friend, and I add flowers to that piece of shit, it is still a piece of shit. No one wants it. The same thing goes for sculpting. If this base sucks, like if you have a base that looks like this, set origin, X symmetry. So if I have a level 1 that looks like this, bro, this is shit. And what I'm doing is when I'm adding details on it, so when I'm adding, let me show you, let me add some flowers to it. So when we will be adding flowers to it by making the eyes, so when we make the eyes, and when we make the cheekbone here, and when we make this, the jaw here, bro, it's still a piece of shit because the base sucked. Everything else will suck. So there's no point. The best thing that we can do is to fix our base before moving on to level 2. And the reason that this sucks is because the level 1 sucked. So 100% bro, do this step by step. Do not skip. Do not rush the process. The fastest way forward is that you take this course slow. Unfortunately, I have to mark this as a low effort post. This is a Jerry post. But keep up the good work, my friend. What's the biggest challenge? All right, John Williams, skull level 3. Let's check. You guys, I think I reviewed your latest one, didn't I? Yeah, so you're already good to go, my friend. You just make those changes and you're good to go. And this is also why I'm making the new category here. So when posting, whatever post you want feedback with, just mark it as the review request and I will review it for you on the stream. Perfect. Satish, daily practice. Challenge myself with another character. Okay, post was deleted. RM, let's check. Face level 1, some feedback, please. Thank you. I think I reviewed your sculpt as well. Did you post here? Yeah, you did post here. So we already did feedback for that. But this is level 1. Let's check. Hey, level 1 is actually better than the level 2. Yeah, same thing. This feels a bit too high. Yeah, nothing too concerning here, my friend. You definitely made this narrower during a level 2 attempt and the head here can be wider. So see, the mistakes that happened on level 2 are the mistakes that happened here on level 1. So 100%. Fix those mistakes here before moving forward. This is a good attempt, my friend. You're on a good track. So I like the progress that you're making. Oh, let me just double check. I hope I do not have the voice filters on that I had for the guitar. Okay, no, good, perfect. All right, let's move forward. Chinmay Benurwar. Yeah, this is my first character ever with sculpting, giving my best. Okay, not bad. I was following Deco's modeling for animation tutorial, and Ishaq's one I was sculpting a female face tutorial while making this. Bro, why are you mixing 2 tutorials? Never mix tutorials, because I haven't seen this guy, I haven't seen his tutorials, but Deco is going to teach you something else. I'm going to teach you something else. And the advice that we're going to say, they're going to contradict. And you're going to be confused. Okay, do I listen to Ishaq or do I listen to Deco? So always choose one instructor at a time. Follow their practices to the end until you get results before switching to another instructor. And this is very important because you need to select the instructor well. No instructor, I can't say that, okay, this instructor is absolutely wrong. No one is wrong as per se. They have results, they have students, they have people who are following them getting results as well. I just teach in a way that's unique to me and a way that a lot of people appreciate. So every instructor is going to teach in their own unique way. Not necessarily everyone is wrong. My method is to not overwhelm you with bullshit terms that you don't need. And this is why my students get the result the quickest, the fastest. without any overwhelm. So people who have been struggling in tutorial hell for years find solutions to their problems with this course. That is how I teach. I personally know the struggle that I had as a beginner, and my mission is to just tackle every single one of them and make sculpting more easier and accessible. It's the same thing, like think about your school. Your school has, I don't know, 3 math teachers, but there's one math teacher who you really understand, who really gets you. It's the same thing. It doesn't mean that the other 2 math teachers suck. They don't suck. They're absolutely skilled. They know math well enough. But the way that they teach is different. Everyone teaches in a different way. So never, never, ever, 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 never, ever, never, ever, 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 never mix different tutorials. Never do that. Finish today, I'm happy with the result. But yeah, I like that you made your level 0. I'll be looking forward to see your progress. Matin's salary. Head level 2. How does it look? Bro, why did you light this? I'm going to mark you a Jerry for lighting this. Why are you lighting your post yet? You know, the time that you spent lighting and rendering could have been time spent sculpting. But since you got good results, bro, like, I won't do that. Okay? I'm not going to mark you with a Jerry this time. Okay, top looks very nice. Side looks nice. Front looks nice. You're on a good track, my friend. But the only issue that I find here is that the widest area of the head, you've made it way low here. You need to fix that. You need to make the widest area here, and from here down the head tapers in a very subtle fashion all the way to the jaw. So that is the fix that I would recommend to you. This feels slightly raised, whereas this one is not as raised. It is raised, but not as much. So definitely you could just push this corner just down a tad bit, just a tad bit, and that should fix it. From the side, notice one thing. So remember, always remember, this is very important. This is one of the most beginner mistakes that I see, is that the nose. Okay, so the nose is very important, and the important thing about the nose is that the nose goes halfway inside the face. Notice how this nose is almost halfway inside the face. This is where the face begins, right? And it's halfway inside. You definitely made it inside, but not enough. So this part of the mouth, definitely just move it out slightly. Okay, just move this part of the mouth out slightly, and you should be good to go. The ear, you can definitely improve this as well. So I feel like your ear is going in this way, it's curving in this way, whereas the ear is just like a C shape. Okay, it goes out, it goes up, out, curves, comes back, and then curves back up. Okay, so you have this shape going on. Just fix that, and you should be good to go. Another thing that I can notice is that the jaw here. So notice the jaw. Notice where the jaw, your jaw changes angle. It changes the angle about here. Where is that? It's almost in the middle of the mouth. Let's check here. So the jaw changes angle here. Where is that? Almost on the lower side of the mouth. So this jaw is slightly higher. This angle here, it's slightly higher, just a tad bit. Just push it down, pull it down slightly, and you should be good to go. This is a very good attempt, my friend. I like where this is going. So awesome work. Let's mark this as quality post. Prince Emmanuel, check on your neck and nose. Yeah, awesome. So Prince pointed out nose as well. Shout out to Prince. This is what I love seeing, man. I love seeing members take care of members. This is what a community is. Awesome. And yeah, good thing. So see, he pointed out something that I did not notice. The neck here, 100%, bro. Notice the angle of the neck here versus this massive bump here. Some people might have this, but since the reference don't have it, you shouldn't have it in your reference either. All right, and this muscle, it feels like it's curving inwards. It does not curve like this. The neck muscle, it attaches somewhere here behind the neck, and then it's like a fan shape. It's almost like a fan shape, like a Chinese fan, bro. It's thinner here, but it gets wider as it goes up. This is also why it's more prominent towards the bottom, because it bulks up there, but less prominent as it goes up because it's fanning out, it's spreading out. So definitely fix that. Yeah, great work, Prince. Love this. Yeah, just make these tweaks, and you'll be good to go, my friend. Awesome. Ari Basaka. Let's check. Day 3, skull level 3. I try to make best to look it like exactly like the reference, but I'm not sure if it's good enough. Let's have a look, my friend. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah. Yep. All right. This is something we can improve. So the shape here versus this super big bulge here, we can just definitely taper it ever so slightly like this, and it should be good to go. So you definitely have the wide area here, narrow area here, so that is nice. Let's check the side. I feel like you made the eye socket slightly too big. So notice the size of these things versus the size of this. Okay, so this one is definitely much bigger. Also here, you just have some really curvy forms going on, whereas what we want is something blocky. So notice the jaw here, my friend. It's a straight line, it's a straight line, it's a straight line for the chin. Definitely much blockier. What we have here is we just have these subtle curvy forms that I wouldn't add to my sculpt. So definitely do fix that. And yeah, the jaw is here. So notice that the jaw always has this offset. This is where the jaw is. This is the cheekbone. So there's always this offset between the jaw and the cheekbone. In this case, I feel like it's blending in. So you definitely need to push this in as well. What else? Yeah, nothing too concerning otherwise. Looks really, really nice. I feel like this part is protruding way too much. So notice the distance here, really subtle, but then this distance here is pretty massive compared to the reference. Of course, there's skulls like this, there's unlimited variations, but when we have a reference, we try to stay as close as we can to the reference. So definitely shorten this length, shorten this projection all over here, and that should be good to go. This is the good practice, my friend. Keep up the good work. This is a quality post. I love this. And John, shout out to you, my man. I love seeing members take care of members behind them. Awesome. This is so wholesome. I love this. Amateur Hour. Let's check. Amateur Hour is a man of very few words. Like whenever I see him post, all he titles them is a dot dot. He's very serious, man. Okay, nice. Not bad. Let's check the side. Not bad. Let's check the third quarter. Yeah, not bad actually. Let's check the front. Is it the same one or is it a different one? Oh, I think you made multiple heads. What's going on here? Yeah, this one is definitely better on the side. So this is the second attempt, definitely better on the side. I love how you made the ear. Looks very nice. Yo, Draco, how's it going, my friend? Oh, wow. How many attempts do we have here? Damn. So, like I told you, bro, amateur hour is very serious. All right, let's go through them one by one. I like this. I really, really like this. Looks very nice. What I think you're missing here slightly is the angle of the mouth. This is fairly straight, my friend. You want the outer edges to be slightly lower and the middle crease to form this very subtle M. So this subtle M shape is what the middle crease should form. I feel like you haven't creased this enough, so definitely do that. Oh, that looks pretty awesome, man. I really, really like this. The jaw, I feel like it's curving down. This will just tighten it up, move it up here, just tighten this, and that should be good to go. I really, really love this. So you definitely are doing great, my friend. What I can notice from the side view is definitely that the jaw feels quite recessed, and we can check this by drawing almost a straight line here. We draw a straight line here on the reference as well. Okay, and just compare. Okay, notice the distance here between the chin, pretty wide. This is very close to the lower lip. This is very far away from the lower lip. So just push all of this out, and that should fix the, what do you call it? Yeah, that should fix the recessed jaw. That should fix the recessed jaw. I want to drink some water because my throat is dry. By the way, thank you so much for your response about perfectionism. I really, of course, my friend, always happy to help you out. I feel like perfectionism is definitely a blessing in a course. It's a blessing because you always find room for improvement. It's a curse because it's never enough. It's never enough. And I know this because I struggle with this. And yeah, but as long as you're in the 80-90% accuracy, it's completely fine. You're a very talented artist, Alex. And I feel like you shouldn't be holding your back with perfectionism. And yes, my man, absolutely do share your work inside the community, getting feedback from other people, having an extra pair of eyes watch your work. It definitely helps. And here's the most common mistake that I see other people do. What they do is that when I tell them, hey, bro, get some feedback, what they do is that they go to their mom. Hey, mom, I made this sculpt. I made Omni Man from Invincible. What do you think of that? And mom says, wow, son, I'm so proud of you. You're an artist. You're amazing. And then when the son goes and posts the same thing online, thinking that he's an artist, now he gets it roasted and then he gets demotivated. Bro, your mom is always going to be on your side. She's always going to cheer you up. If you make a piece of shit and tell her that you made Omni-Man, she's going to appreciate you either way. Seriously, she's your mom. But when you want feedback that's art related, find someone who's a few steps ahead of you and ask for their opinion. They're going to give you the best feedback. So yeah, don't go to people who love you. Of course, they always want to be encouraging. They always want to be kind to you. So they're gonna give you good feedback. It's a trap, man. So this always reminds me, and it's extremely funny whenever I see this. So a few years ago, bro, I went down this rabbit hole, and all I would consume all days, I would brain rot myself, and I would watch these videos of funny Indian Idol or American Idol or The Voice auditions. That is all I would watch. And what I would watch is that the people who go there and get roasted. And when the judges asked, like, who told you could sing? Why did you even come to this place? They said, yeah, my friends, my friends at the office think I sing really well. They all clap for me when I sing. And this is what happens when you get feedback from the wrong place. So if you get feedback from people who are going to cheer you all the time, so you're gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get wrecked very bad. You're gonna learn a hard lesson, a hard lesson. So yeah, always get feedback from people who are a few steps ahead of you. It is very important that you get feedback from the people who can critique your work and not from the people that love you. Just a really funny incident. I know this, but like I used to go to my mom and I used to show her my sculpts, and then I just like, no, man, I should stop doing it. I should stop feeding my self-esteem. I should stop going to my mom because she's going to say, yeah, very nice, well done, my son. Awesome, man. Let's check the other ones. Yeah, this one is very nice. You see, you definitely have the mouth and the chin projected in a very similar way. So yeah, great work here, man. I'm very happy to see this. And by the way, for those watching, let me tell you this. So see, as long as you're in a 80 to 90% accuracy, as long as it looks similar to the reference, you're in a good spot. What you want is that you want to be able to get here consistently. As long as you can do that, bro, it does not need to be 100% match of the reference that you're making, because nothing is going to be 100%. Even if I try to sculpt the same reference over again, it's not going to work because I cannot make what I made 100% all the time. No one can do it. Try this experiment. Write something down on a piece of paper. Write the same thing below that line. It's not going to be the same. Your own handwriting will never match 100%. When it comes to organic stuff like this, with like sculpting, like painting, no one can replicate what they created right now. Da Vinci cannot recreate Mona Lisa. He cannot do that. He cannot match every sculpt, every stroke, every line. He cannot do that. It's going to look similar. There's going to be a 10% margin of how similar it is going to look. So always aim for a ballpark. And that will get you best results. What happens when you try to achieve 100% likeness, 100% results? You just set this unrealistic pressure on your shoulders and this performance anxiety that comes with it. So you need to relieve yourself of that. So always just aim for 80 to 90% accuracy. As long as you can hit that consistently, you're in a good spot. Yeah, awesome, man. Love this. Let me check the final one real quick. The side. Yeah, on this one, what I feel is that this part is not so pronounced. See how we have a good shadow going here. This tells me that this is slightly deeper. You slightly need to dig a bit above the eyes, but it's nothing too concerning, honestly. I think this is something that, yeah, see here? So we definitely have more shadow going on here. This tells me that you dug this deeper Then the second attempt, we see there's very little shadow. A very minor tweak, but you're on a very good track, my friend. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a champion by next week. Awesome. Love this. Eduardo, let's check. Eduardo sculpts really well as well. I've been keeping an eye on his progress. Really, really nice. Let's check. All right, beautiful. 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 Awesome. Nothing to comment other than beautiful. Love this. Keep up the amazing work. I love this. Clunt, let's check. Ears and nose. I had a bit of a cherry week. Well, bro, every week I see at least one post where someone admits being a cherry. And I love this. I love the accountability that's in this community. And this is the truth, bro. Like, everyone is a Jerry here and there. I am a Jerry sometimes as well. And then I have to realize and I have to suffocate that son of a bitch and suppress him down and not listen to the Jerry thoughts and be a Da Vinci instead. So everyone will have slip ups. It's if a slip up happens, a slip up can happen for any reason whatsoever. Right? You can fall off your routine for any reason whatsoever. I don't know if it was a late family dinner, if it was someone called you, someone came over at your house and they didn't leave until midnight and you had to host them because you're the guest. Anything can happen. You can fall off track for any reason whatsoever. When you fall off track, it's not your fault. But if you stay off track, that is your fault. When you fall off track, your duty is to identify, okay, bro, I've been off track. This is what happened. This is how I'm going to avoid this situation in the future. And this is how I'm going to get back on track. So your job when you get off track is not to loathe, is not to be sad, is not to be upset that, oh boy, I missed so much progress. Your job when you fall off track is to get back on track as soon as possible. That's the best course of action that you can take. And I know this because I used to get upset and then I used to waste days. So if I get off track, I'm like, no man, I'll start tomorrow. Today's already a waste. Yesterday was a waste as well. I've already wasted 3 days. What's another day if I waste them? And that's a bad mentality. So when you realize, okay, bro, I've missed progress, instead of wasting more progress, just try your best to get back on track as soon as possible. So I love the accountability here. Awesome. But I'm back now and staying committed. Yep. See, this is what you have to do. Whenever you off track, get back, stay committed, and identify what caused you to get off track in the first place, and just work around structures, put systems in place that help you avoid those situations. Awesome. Let's check. Ears and nose, both this looks almost identical. Love this. Awesome. Yep, nailed it, my friend. You're definitely not a Jerry. You were a Jerry this week, but now you're a Da Vinci. And you get the quality post. Love it. Okay, go ahead, bring the eye sockets a tad deeper, and it seems you forgot the dimple on the Y on the ear. Other than that, great job. Great job, thanks. I think over here, I did not detail the ear too much because it was still low poly, and I did that towards the end of the course. So maybe that's why Clunt did not add the dimple yet. But yeah, great job on pointing that out, Kim. The eye socket start a bit deeper. You mean from the side? Let's check. I think it's all right, actually. Oh yeah. You could definitely make it slightly more deeper in this sense. So this distance is definitely greater than the distance here, but it's very negligible. This is like the 10% error that I was talking about. As long as you're in a ballpark, this is a very good ballpark to be around, by the way. You're in a good spot. But if you want to even closer, then yes, you could push this slightly in, introduce a bit more space between the eye and the nose. Awesome. Love this. Prince Emmanuel. Let's check. My ears, my character looks like Green Goblin. Okay. Let's check out your Green Goblin. Yeah, man. So what I'm seeing here is you definitely skip steps as well. So the errors that I'm seeing on your sculpt it definitely happened on level 1. It did not happen on level 2. So see here, there's this structure of the face, this super wide area here, this almost balloon like, bro, this reminds me of Olive from Popeye. So if you've seen Olive from Popeye, yeah, this is what the sculpt looks like right now. So Olive from Popeye, super round, she's like a marble. So definitely have Olive vibes, bro. And this mistake, it happened here on level 1. It did not happen on level 2. So 100%, bro. Practice this before you go on adding details. Remember that it's like poop. So if you add flowers to poop, bro, it's still a piece of poop. Poo-poo. No one wants it. Yeah. If this sucks, this automatically sucks. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks. This is why I've designed the course absolutely step by step. Until you can nail this, until you have this nailed down, there's no point moving forward, my friend. So 100%, go back here, fix this level, and then add the details. Another example that I can show is icing on a cake. So if you have a cake, bro, you baking a cake, and when you take this cake out of the oven, it's burnt, it's crisp, it's burnt, it's toast. There's no point adding cream to this cake. There's no point adding cherry on top of this cake. There's no point adding sprinkles. You will be wasting your time. You will be wasting your money. And the same thing goes for sculpting, bro. This is the base of your cake, bro. And everything that follows here, everything that follows after this is the icing on your cake. So if this sucks, your icing makes no point. You can make the most beautiful eyes. You can have the most expensive icing, the best sprinkles on the world, but if you have a burnt cake, it's not gonna taste nice. 100%, bro. I have to mark this as a Jerry boast, unfortunately. Too much resolution too quickly, my friend. Your block sculpt has some polygons. Ishaq, finished piece also. Oh, bro, I did not notice that. Oh, by the way, Kim, I think this is not his sculpt polygon. This is the total polygon of the scene. So the way that this works is if I have nothing selected, you see the vertex count here. This is the polygon in the entire scene. But when I select something, that is when I can see the individual vertices on that specific object. And you can see, bro, we add details gradually to our sculpt and work our way upwards. So the reason that it feels like 162 is because it's 162 on the whole scene. He'd have to click on this so that we can see what the vertex count on this one is, but you're definitely right that this looks very high poly. I can tell this by all these lumps and bumps that I see. So definitely went too high poly too early. So great job on pointing that out. Awesome. Yeah, I love members who look out other members. Awesome. Shout out to Kim. Day 1 level 0. Hi everybody, I'm Kim and my eventually is to make 3D pictures with resin. I've been sculpting constantly for a while now and I wanted to go back to the basics with this amazing course. This is my level 0. I can definitely find some areas of weakness, like it reads too soft, kind of androgynous. What's androgynous? Androgynous. Person appearance blends mix of both masculine and feminine. Oh, okay. I did not know this word. This is a nice word. Definitely something that I should remember. Androgynous. That has masculine and feminine qualities. Androgynous. And some volumes, especially the eyes, aren't super well defined. The ears feel a bit too large and not structurally sound enough. If you have any more feedback, I'd love to hear. But the best feedback that I have is just go through the course. And once you go through the course, you will find so many answers for the questions that you have. And yep. Also, it's hard to comment on this because we do not have the reference on the side. So when we have the reference, it's easier to comment on this. But love this. You're an active member. And I will be looking out for your sculpts. I'll be keeping an eye out for your progress. So wishing you all the best. You got this. Ari Basaka, we already commented on your post. Pulsar FX. Let's check. Puzzler FX. Puzzler FX. Day 1, face sculpt practice. Female face, lips, eyes, ears, jaws are rough. Okay, so this is level 0. Nothing to comment here, bro. You will always be looking back at this, so it's going to be awesome. Kasi Gundo. Cassie Gundo. I think it's Cassie, right? Oh yeah, you posted in the last stream, I remember. And you modeled this, you did not sculpt this. I think that should, yeah, that marks the end of this review feedback. What I would like to show you guys is what's happening inside the Da Vinci School. And what is Da Vinci School? Da Vinci School is the next best step that you can take after completing this course. So what you can see here, bro, is that Ryan shared his July recap, and you can see the amazing progress that Ryan has made inside within the last month. You can clearly see improvement with every sculpt that he made, and this is all because he practices deliberately. So when you practice stuff deliberately with every step, you will see improvement, and this is exactly how you improve. And this is also why you should post inside the communities, share your work, because it documents your work. You can always look back at it, use set example for other people, and it's so inspiring. So also we have Nikolai, who completed his day 855, 365 into 2. Well, that's more than 2 years of sculpting streak, and oh boy, is that inspiring. Isn't that inspiring? Nicola actually started with humans, but now he has his own YouTube channel, he has his own community, and all he talks about is dinosaurs. So 100% go check out his channel. This is Nikolai sharing his knowledge on how to sculpt dinosaurs, because that is what he is passionate about. 100% go check out his channel, guys. I would highly recommend it if you are interested in making dinos. You can see Alex shared his weekly challenge result, and oh boy, this was an interesting challenge. So basically Alex sculpted Ziz, but he sculpted everything asymmetrically. Asymmetrically meaning he did not enable symmetry. That is insane. And that's also the point of the weekly challenge. It is to challenge yourself, get you out of your comfort zone. We can see Fabio, he learned how to sculpt the legs. Also Janelle learned how to sculpt the legs. So inside the Da Vinci School, we also dive into full body characters, stylized characters, full body female characters, full body male characters, and it's an amazing community to be inside. So if you're interested, just click the link in the description as well, and do apply for the Da Vinci School. I am opening slots. The slots are very limited. One is already gone. I have one slot remaining. So when you do apply, I will get your request and I will reach out to you personally, and you can be part of this amazing community where when you post, you get feedback. We also have 2 calls every week. So when you go here to the calendar section, you have 2 calls every week. You also get one-to-one access to me. So one-to-one feedback. It's a great place to be, man. 100% do apply. I would love to see you inside. And that's it. We have 1 membership request. 3 months adapting or sculpt of the traits or correct the reference, especially for face. All right. Welcome to the community, my friend. Yep, that sums it up. So see you. If you want to be a part of this community or the Da Vinci School, just click the link in the description. I will see you there. And have a great day, my friends. Night, morning, whatever, depending on your time zone. It's the afternoon for me. Here's the fist bump. Boom.